in my search to find answers, my own answers to my questions that I had about the JFK assassination, I watched a lot of documentaries. Some professional, quite a few of them professional, but some amateur. People like me on YouTube describing what they think. And in those documentaries, I I came across a few theories that I think are too far fetched. In fact, some of them are a little bit science fiction like. And so I figured I would make today's video about three that I think are stand out a little bit. That are two um, that are Hollywood type. Things that would only happen in a Hollywood movie. And the people that actually think this, that actually believe these theories, seemingly seem to be smart people. I think if they just would stop and listen to themselves, they would agree with me that it's too far fetched. So anyway, there's a lot more than three. I'm gonna make three. I'm gonna talk about three theories, but there's a lot more than three. But I thought these ones are like Hollywood type, like something that would only happen to James Bond or something. So anyway, the first theory, not as far fetched as the second or third one, but still pretty. I think should be. I think if whoever might be listening thinks about this a little bit, should make sense. That this is if you read the Warren Commission report like I did. I actually only read the summary, not the whole encyclopedia type thing. I wasn't able to get a hold of the whole thing. I was just able to find the summary, so that's all I read. But anyways, if you read it, I think you'll come to the conclusion that Lee Harvey Oswald was not a dumb guy. He was an awkward guy. He had his issues, but he was not a dumb guy. He did a few things that I wouldn't have thought to do in his scheme, I guess. So, anyways, the first thing that I think is far fetched is the idea that Lee Harvey Oswald was actually trying to kill not the president but the governor, Governor Conley. That he had some sort of grudge from when he was a Marine. Governor Conley used to be the Secretary of the Navy, and supposedly from there, some people theorized that Lee had a grudge against him. The thing is that it wasn't a sure thing that Governor Conley would be in that limousine next to the president, and there's nothing that happened when Lee Harvey Oswald was a Marine that would make you think that he hated the Secretary of the Navy. And he would have had a lot better, either before or after, a lot better opportunities to kill the governor and actually be able to get away with it. Why would you do it when you're the least likely to get away with it? Seeming, this guy. One of the things that I said earlier was that this guy was a smart guy, Lee Harvey Oswald. He was a weird guy. He was an awkward guy, socially awkward, probably not very likable, but he was not a dumb guy. So anyway, that's the first one. The second one that I think, and this one is science fiction, like that there were two Lee Harvey Oswalds that were identical twins. Like, I guess they never said it in the videos I've seen, but like if they were twins separated at birth or something. But they've also said that you could tell them apart by checking out the structure of the ear. Anyways, there is no such thing. No matter how big your budget is, no matter how advanced the CIA might be, either back then or even today, they would not be able to, with plastic surgery, make one guy look like another guy identical. even if it's like the Illuminati, which I don't think exists. They would not be able to pull that off. That is science fiction. That's only something in the movies. That's Mission Impossible of the movies. And so here's the third one, and here's on a previous video, I had talked about me not being able to decide one way or the other to believe if I could decide to believe E. Howard Hunt. I described my apprehensions about that guy in that other video. Well, anyways, though, I think I'm finally decided, and I haven't been able to read or even listen to all that he left for his son, the tapes. I haven't found them anywhere on the internet, but I have seen a video of his son describing his father's, E. Howard Hunt's theory, of how it happened. So I think I'm able to decide, and the reason is because of this following theory that a lot of people, even Oliver Stone in his movie, implied it, that that the people in the car in the limousine were in on the assassination, were part of the conspiracy for the assassination. Oliver Stone in the movie implies that the driver slowed down so that the shooters could have a better shot at the president. I can assure you, nobody in that car was in on it. Do you imagine this conversation? That they're going to give you a huge amount of money, right? In millions, maybe, probably. And all you have to do is, when you're at this turn, slow down the car, and then bullets are rained from 3 different positions into the car, behind you, maybe 3 feet behind you, to the President of the United States. Who would take that risk? Who would take the risk of being shot for $1 million? Well, it doesn't matter the amount. Who would volunteer, or who would be okay with it? No, it's ridiculous. It's not part of any plan. It's part of Hollywood. It's not possible. Nobody in that car was in on the plot, if there was a plot. And this guy, E. Howard Hunt, according to his son, part of his description of the happenings of that day was that Governor Connolly was in on the plot. Can you imagine being in on a plot to kill the president, and then you volunteer to go in that same car, and not just you, but your wife right next to you volunteer to be 1.5 feet away from the target? Again, bullets coming in from 3 different positions. You may or may not know what those positions are. So how would you know you wouldn't get hit? And he did get hit. Governor Connolly. The car did slow down. That's you can see in I think the Knicks film, that the brake lights turns on. But that was just a natural reaction to hearing bullets or shots and not knowing where they're coming from. So what would you do? You would subconsciously hit the brakes. The driver was not in on it, and definitely Governor Connolly wasn't in on it, especially his wife being right next to him. I don't know why these people, smart people, I guess they just forget that, confuse Hollywood with reality, I guess. I don't know. But that definitely did not happen. So anyways, I think those 3 theories are, at least from the ones I've heard, are the most outrageous. That that Connolly was the target. That's I would say ridiculous. That there were 2 identical Lee Harvey Oswald, created by the CIA or the Illuminati, I have no idea who, and creating a false paper trail to confuse us, I guess. I don't know, how would they have this much foresight? And the one that big I think that's pretty big, that's science fiction like, but the one that I think is easily easy to debunk is that anybody in that limousine was in on the assassination, was in on the conspiracy to assassinate the president. I guess that's it.